Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is February 11th, and on today's podcast, we'll be covering the latest Q posts that came out about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over some memes and a reminder that after the El Paso rally, we will be doing a live stream just discussing what POTUS has talked about. My guess is it's going to go over the national emergency down on the southern border. The Democrats have lost that talking point, so it is time to move forward. He was going to move forward no matter what. So guys, with that being said, before we move any further, would you please go ahead and click the bell to get notifications so when I post, you'll be the first to know. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. With that being said, my friends, let's hop into it. This is True Reporting. So we see here, post 2692, it came out about 5:30 today. We can go ahead and click on it. It says, focus only on the FBI for now. This is actually from April of 2018. Jim Rybicki, Chief of Staff and Senior Counselor, fired. James Baker, General Counsel, fired. Andrew McCabe, Deputy Director, fired. James Comey, Director, fired. Bill Priestap, Head of Counterintelligence and Strzok's boss. Cooperating witness, power removed. Peter Strzok, Deputy Assistant Director of the Counterintelligence, cooperating witness, power removed. Lisa Page, Attorney with the FBI's Office of the General Counsel, cooperating witness, power removed. Conspiracy, think about the above. Only the above, get the picture. Yeah, the entire FBI is corrupt. It's updated now. So James Baker has been fired, reported today. Resigned, false. January, fired, 421. Okay, I see. We see here, Lisa Page, fired, reported today. Testimony received. Tracking _Y added. Mike Cortan, FBI Assistant Director for Public Affairs, fired. Josh Campbell, Assistant to James Comey, fired. So basically, these people are all being fired. Every one of these that were active witnesses or cooperating witnesses have been fired. And it says here, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein fired, forced out. Cross against House Senate resignations, final term announcements, plus CEO departures, conspiracy, fake news, the swamp is being drained, trust the plan, justice. And that's very true. We are seeing CEO departures. We are seeing cross against House Senate resignations, final term announcements. They're out of there, man. This is, in real time, the draining of the swamp. And then we see a chart here that basically shows FBI Director on top, James Comey. Everyone under these people, everyone under James Comey has been fired, it seems to be shown. And this is the new drop from Q, and it says Press Room, Judicial Watch, FBI General Counsel. This is huge, my friends. FBI General Counsel talked to Hillary Clinton's lawyer about Comey's letter on the Wiener laptop Clinton emails. Again, remember yesterday we had a Q post talking about the truth and what was to come out of that Southern District of New York. None other than the Wiener laptop. Remember the insurance file, Hillary Clinton video, pedophilia, Uma Abedin, so on and so forth. Big time news, everybody. Baker's heads up on the Kindle call was sent to then Director James Comey, since fired, then Associate Deputy Director David Bowditch, who later replaced Andrew McCabe as Deputy Director. Michael Steinbach, the FBI's former Executive Assistant Director for National Security, then Assistant Director of Counterintelligence, E.W. Priestap. Bill Priestap, now retired. James Rybicki, former Chief of Staff to Comey, FBI Intelligence Analysis, Jonathan Moffa. Former Acting Assistant Director, Jason V. Herring. Michael Cortan, FBI Assistant Director for Public Affairs, now retired. Former Principal Deputy General Counsel Tricia Anderson, Strzok, and Page. Does the list above look familiar? He's basically saying they knew what was going on months and months ago, and now it is coming out. So, people who are falling off the Q wagon, I suggest stick around. I will be a loyalist until the day that this stops coming out. So definitely right here, we will see Adam Schiff screwing up. Adam Schiff tweets, Step 1, hype an invented threat of an invasion of terrorists, murders, and rapists. Step 2, that's a complete lie. Send troops to the border to address the imaginary threat. Delusional, this man. Step 3, justify the wall as necessary to protect troops sent to meet the non-existent threat. Step 4, executive time. This guy is a dunce. We can see here, let's actually use facts, Adam Schiff. Step 1, hype an invented threat of POTUS working with Russians, disinformation campaign. Absolutely. Step 2, send FBI, DOJ, Congress, Senate, CIA, NSA, Intel, Five Eyes, etc. to address and investigate an imaginary threat. That is going to come out. That is actually room for actually having a world war. If you were thinking of Australia, New Zealand, Europe spying on the president, and they're directly linked to the Democrats, that is a lot of trouble, guys. That could have been disastrous. So we will continue. Step 3, justify the special counsel and millions of taxpayer dollars spent as necessary to protect the public and our election process against an imaginary, made-up, non-existent threat, which really is designed to protect the illegal activities of many elected officials. Step 4, open new, fake, and false investigations as chairman of the House Intel Communications to retain disinformation campaign designed to keep liberal Democrats, Americans on board to regain power and prevent prosecution. Executive time. Q. Absolutely, it is all nothing but the House Intel just pushing out disinformation to keep the liberal Democrat Americans on board. Soon they will not be, my friends. They are waking up. Let's actually use facts, he says, and we will continue on. This is in response to what I just read to you. Life lesson, Adam Schiff. Adam Shit. The next time you leak classified information, don't have your phone or allow phones of the unknown go between students present. FISA works both ways, Q. So obviously they are using the capabilities to listen in on their conversations. So with that being said, guys, those are some pretty big posts. I wanted to get into these memes real quick that I found are important. So we will check here. Yesterday, Q2682, get ready for a new phase in the battle, Anons, the fight to take back the narrative from the MSM. And like I said yesterday, what is going to replace the MSM? Jordan Sather, Praying Medic, Dustin Nemos, Tracy Beans, Cordicon, True Reporting. We can have War Drummer, Into the Matrix, or In the Matrix rather. There are a lot of people, and those I left off. Please have no hard feelings. I'm just saying that this is who is going to replace it, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm telling you that's what's going to happen. Yesterday, in response to Q2678, I discussed 4 big lies from the MSM. DJT won the presidency because of the Russian interference. Social media has been the main vehicle for this interference. Patriot social sites are very similar to Russian bot sites. Both Trump and the Patriots have dangerous ideas and must be stopped. Absolutely all lies. While all these lies are very big, it dawned on me later that I left out the biggest lie of all. The one ring to rule them all. The biggest lie is that everything we hear from the deep state is exactly the opposite of what they say. If they say right, it means left. If they say up, it means down. Bad means good. This is the essence of projection. Absolutely. And I remember Q even stating that in a Q post, and you can check it out on qpub.map, I believe, or qmap.pub. That he also says that everything is inverted. Everything is not what we think it is. But we already know this, right? Or at least we know about it. Look at how many times Q has used the following relevant terms and drops. Conspiracy, 184. This is some autism intelligence right here. Narrative, 131. Fake news, 128. Projection, 37. Propaganda 15, disinformation 14. So if Anons already know this, why does QT keep talking about it? Because everything is about to change. We're about to begin applying all these lessons we have been taught. The battle begins as seen today with public opinion. The fight to win public favorability. The fight to control the narrative. Today we begin to apply these ideas instead of just hearing about them. How the Dems have controlled the narrative up until now. Constant repetition, mass hypnosis, absolutely brainwashing, MK Ultra style, MSM, 4 a.m. talking points, fake Hollywood echoing the talking points, social media promotion, the talking points and narrative, division fagging, mass distraction, big government mass dependency. The solution to mass propaganda, transparency is the only way forward. DJT models transparency so we know what it looks like. That's why the Dems hate him so much, because Trump breaks the taboo that says national leaders must use a special fake language, political doublespeak that keeps people ignorant of what is really happening. Transparency depends upon the real facts and logical explanations. This board sets a standard for real research. We are challenged here to dig deeply, sauce our posts, and justify our claims with effective arguments. That's how we escape the trap of groupthink. Absolutely, because all lefties, all of these liberals are completely in a groupthink, and that is poison. This post signals a big shift in the show. This shift is signaled by the article at the beginning, the case for the Russia collusion against the Democrats. Until now, the vast majority of articles on Russian collusion target Trump and patriots. This one is different. Everything the Dems have been saying about POTUS and the patriots is about to boomerang back on them, and that process starts today. So, big news, right? We'll continue on. John F. Kennedy Jr., this is from about 4 days ago. A revolution is coming. A revolution which will be peaceful if we are wise enough, compassionate, and we care enough. Successful if we are fortunate enough. But a revolution which is coming. We cannot alter its inevitability. Robert F. Kennedy, United States Senate, May 9th, 1966. That is huge. I wanted to show you this. This is crazy. Human trafficking. This is from Majestic 12. A whip made from 2 real human spines discovered in the basement of an abandoned house in Wyoming. Absolutely, pedophilia is running rampant. And good news, I believe this comes out of Tallahassee, Florida. Fugitive wanted on 865 counts of child rape, arrested in Tallahassee. Pennsylvania man wanted on 865 counts of child rape has been caught by the U.S. Marshals in Tallahassee. Deputy Commander Marty West confirms that the 46-year-old Garrick Landon Bloom was arrested without incident at the Kearney Center around 11 a.m. Thursday. Bloom was wanted on warrants out of Shippenville, Pennsylvania. The warrants were signed on January 16th, but Bloom fled the area before authorities were able to take him into custody. The U.S. Marshals Florida Caribbean Regional Fugitive Task Force says investigators located Bloom after receiving information on Thursday that he was possibly in the Tallahassee area. Bloom is facing the following charges: rape of a child, 216 counts; involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a child, 216 counts; aggravated indecent assault of a child, 216 counts. This guy is a monster. According to authorities, Bloom is accused of committing the crimes on a 5-year-old boy whom he allegedly groomed. How familiar are we with that term? For several years. I hope this guy gets what's coming to him, and I believe he will. He won't last 20 minutes in prison. This is huge, guys. So this came out yesterday. I will zoom in so you can see. Daily Ruth Bader Ginsburg Death Watch. This is great. Days since Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been seen alive. 51 days. Last seen alive during her preliminary lobectomy that was performed at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York. Reports of Ginsburg's first appearance since the surgery was 6 days ago on February 4th, but it's suspicious, he says. Her presence wasn't announced. Nobody knew she was there. No pictures taken. She did not speak. Ginsburg did not speak, and many in the crowd did not know she was there, they say. This wasn't Ginsburg. This was a body double who was used to quell conspiracy theories, in quotes. That's why Ginsburg didn't speak and no pictures were taken. That would have ruined the ruse. But don't worry, guys. She walks a mile a day. Her son James, who was at Monday night's performance, said Ginsburg walks a mile a day and is working with her trainer again. That is impossible. Someone coming from stage 4 cancer to pneumonia from breaking her ribs is not walking miles a day. Breaking, watch Port of Long Beach. Largest seizure in U.S. history. Port of Long Beach bound for Australia. Worldwide trafficking disrupted. What was just happening in Long Beach, L.A.? Do you believe in coincidences? Huge stuff going on, guys. You cannot tell me nothing's going on. At the Grammys, it has fences blocking off several streets to protect a bunch of famous people who are mostly against POTUS's wall that will keep his country safer. I thought walls were immoral, so everyone has to be inconvenienced because these lefty elitists want to have a private party. God, they're gross. Trump has given the Democrats endless opportunities to negotiate and strike a deal for border security. It's time to declare a national emergency, which I believe is going to take place tonight. Build the wall. Protect America. We will never get another chance to get this done. Absolutely. Lindsey Graham will issue subpoenas for anyone who signed off on the Carter Page FISA applications. Bye-bye now. James Comey, Rod Rosenstein, Sally Yates, peace out. Am I right? Fact from Charlie Kirk 11. Fentanyl caused 29% of U.S. overdoses in 2016. 90% of fentanyl in the United States comes across the southern border. According to DHS, Mexican cartels are the #1 distributors and suppliers of the drug in the U.S. How many more Americans will have to die before we build the wall? Absolutely. Martin Geddes, I believe is how it's pronounced. For a crazy conspiracy theory, Q is awfully concerned with the minutia of legal due process and the mechanics of the American justice system. Aren't conspiracy theories supposed to lead you away from grounded factual evidence into fantastic fantasies about the world? Hashtag QAnon. Yes, it's keeping a lot of us grounded. I wanted to show you this. Artificial linguistic internet computer entity. Alice. We've known that Q has talked about Alice. I have been told that it could be back up. That could be the cause of downstreams, censorship, you name it. So this seemed very coincidental to me. It seems here that Trump to sign executive order launching artificial intelligence initiative. So I believe this is supposed to suppress the censorship. So again, if you don't believe in Trump, I suggest waking up, guys. And with that being said, I am done for the night. Expect a live stream after the rally in El Paso. If you found this informative and important and you enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. Friends, please stay kind to one another, love one another, and we will talk to you very soon. Have a great night. Goodbye.